This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Se ohwe enchiremu a wamode eba na obisa se enti se wo aban mu dia unimu nyansa na wokọ opposition na ehunu nyansa na
Boadu TV so enie ma yensan ma munyina akwaba wa won subscribe ye no yesra subscribe wate na yenyina ye like video no na yenja en comment wo comment section mo ye wi a yensan e share na meja akun abaywa kama ye oye eduma wa krefemi wa fire ati janne wa soja de gu NPP mu titu omampanye dada na nadoda Akufo Addo se wo ye ne nyoma basa na anya bia no bisa se the NPP wo opposition no moye anya bia wo opposition na unyansa ba na onya aban ni wia na se onya tumi ni wia se unyansa teko kamia se NPP for ebe opposition be 3 months omunyansa do so ma yedigu ankurem beka wo hu asa mo peso mo kire omampanyane mahama dia wonye nso muna na moti abemu wan timanya hwe in fact wa fire dia fa enema hodo bebre hu ene kwan a wogidi se mahama ede Ghana bekobo shasa so na yenkutie no
se wo aban mu a because of nia wunya no ntino unhunu nyansa e wo niema bi ho unless se wa ko opposition ene wahunu se eniema ye de na enye wo aban mu unhunu nyansa da gise wa ko opposition enti at the time wa be ko opposition no ene wa be realize ehunu se na sebi edi ensem hunu na medi saa no ye bibia so fa kire Ghana for say wo sector kora wo ko enwe na akokoto ye Ghana for so wa ha se Bank of Ghana new office complex yo mu ye no minority group former minority leader Dr. Kese Atufo say oye finance minister no o lead demonstration ewo Ghana ha say enkran ha omu Bank of Ghana hakwa ya mo enwura ho yes stop e wo mo na mo national chairman ka ho ono boy no edusu NDC MPs bebre ka ho Ghana for bebre ka ho se mo free governor then governor Ernest Addison says he can den free 81 million equal 121 million US dollars akwa do 260 million US dollars osu wonu obi ani nchiremu wa fi after demonstration you crash chire no papa panimu sa no otutu fon e de minority for onko chim but in the parliament no micro minority for na aginem questions omu bisa just to justify the entire a free 81 million equal 126 million equal do 260 million US dollars no omu na aginem omu justify adia we sense you started project no covid money started our project we 2019-2020 and all document ya new governor no ediko ya almost started ye planning yes on besi Bank of Ghana office complex for no ache but question na Ghana for bi san say at the time Ghana war crisis mu e wi ase war crisis mu a mo se Ghana war crisis mu no within that same period sam bre na nkasa nso no ade a yesi ebesi no enti obi ka kire me say obi be ka kire me say wo se wo ye office complex e dey Bank of Ghana na sa office complex na wo ye no eye sa wo tena office na kire say e beto tomatoes ye beto cement say iron rods dudu say ne ye beto na doa say office complex no governor no office ni the deputy's office ni boardroom na wo say nya different boardroom be say 2 or 3 e wo say nya we wo say ye say e wo say fa ha ye the machines be gu be ye we makofa animdifu adwuma no mo be ye e na wo matena se and one bu adwuma no ho akonta nyina say ebe cost o man 81.8 million US dollars Akufo PPA approval board on so agiatum and then later no yakọ there be I was saying Kiedi we sha, was saying Kiedi we fa, was saying we ura from 81 million aku 126 million US dollars. And then from 126 million dollars no. Afa de ne yasan so adjusted value no more than 100%. From 126 million no now call 260 something million US dollars. Se o ka kire me say mo value no in cedis. Ebia sabe no mo ye no mo value bibia in cedis. Say sika say because Bank of Ghana no ye cedis e ho no cedis na mutwa mo print here. Enti cedis na ye no ye ka se be Bank of Ghana new office complex no ho ye be bo ho ka 200 million Ghana cedis. Yani contractors e call true PPA tender bibia no e ma ye nyina gitum say 200 million Ghana cedis any year spending e wo new office complex Jama Bank of Ghana BOG no. But because of cedi depreciation exchange rates yeah ebia 2020 yeah started project no na ye to cement 25 Ghana cedis but amemo phone ni amemo tantanti no any mismanagement corruption any incompetency ai eti ade I turn 20 cities na 100 Ghana eti value no just a review but mu ye bibia in dollars. So we ye calculation in cedis because adia sika 100 million na ebetime no 100 million cedis ebetime no 2020 no the same 100 million Ghana cedis no 2022 now we hear about 300 million Ghana cedis na asadia no de aye but value no a wo de ma for project no one value no in cedis one value in dollars enti yentiasia say adia be free 81 million US dollars ako 121 million US dollars na kwa do 260 something million US dollars na yenya emrahye bedwafo justify emrahye bedwafo a wokọ wo constituencies a omanfo wo to aba na edema wo lucky basic things basic necessities enema hodo a wokọ wo constituencies a omanfo hia no ebi ni ho no mo but this same parliamentarians no at a parliament justify the entire yanya value for money at the end free 81 million ekwa yakoko do 260 million US dollars woko omuti parliament no a ene abna osaya sare ya no ya former deputy finance minister nom ene bre champion nom eba ya bebe ya Greek minister eba ya ma defense minister munyina mo justify. So question me bis Dominic Nitiu asema me bisa ne say enti no omo na omo justify say the NTS can free 81 million from PP a court through tender board approval ni bibia no ekwa yakodu 260 go to their constituencies. There are some villages here ensuo emu akura no bi Dominic Nitiu na omo ni abre na omo justify the NTS a free 81 million ekwodu 260 million no me so be kwa ne constituency sabe ensuo eda ho no mo enipa ne moa na enom ensuo eda ho no enipa ene emoa ena enom. The last time adamfo bi ewo Bank of Ghana eno ani se ade no ma ye wie omo so ma wie ena President Akufo Addo muko bia no ena o ma se so makogum adwuma ekoso Bank of Ghana o se na na ama amane ye hunu wa hanom no ho ye nwie project no project ni ye nwie e ongoing because andana na Akufo Addo Dr. Baumia everything ongoing sa no ni akwa commission project ya nwie ye enye se project no mo se thank you project there ye hu ye ya bibia wie contractors ya bibia wie na thank you ni a commission wie a na kira se ye kuma kwa but today me se madam fune kanisa ama ne ye hunu wo sa office ni mu no ye nwie ye iti enunko 8.6 million US dollars and sana integrated security electronic security system 15.8 million US dollars and sana na ya be ka kire Ghana ni say covid aba Ghana ni sika and then so far no matuamu 230 million US dollars ni ya ka kire Ghana ni say covid aba enti covid ba ye no Ghana ni sika Ghana ho akire ye but adia 2020 no ya value no 81 million no Ghana nya sika Bank of Ghana na o man sika nyina ono da no etimi anya sika a reviewer not 10%, not 20%, not 15%, not 20%. A review project ba kwa amena kodu $261 million. And sana $261 million no emuni ema kora so aye ba ye no so kora no be say $40 million. E di say wo kan nyina bomu a na kire say Bank of Ghana nko office no mu si ye no sika kire say ya spend wo ho no yo mu nwie mpo. Kire so mu be wie ne de na sika ya spend no can come back $350 million because project omu nwie. Eti be na de bi o man yen kwa IMF. There's no value for money. And one is say Bank of Ghana Cheska. And one is say yetimi kwaji loan. Ye kwaji loan so Bank of Ghana ene koguo. Ye bo fund the bia a Bank of Ghana. Eti kire say and one is say sika no yen create ni yen loot ni yen share. That's the only way out. Apart from say, what back to us now be used to wadrin say, okay, yen create way. Yeah, Bank of Ghana office. Enti ene ya create ya baba ye ni yen share. Yeah, we nyina wabra yen dwene Ghana ni ho. Yeah, we nyina wabra yen dwene say ade na ye no. Sika na ye use rough for value bi animu no. Citizens na bebre. They don't care because they don't care and because it doesn't make sense. Sometimes it doesn't make sense. And adia no so kwadia na eya ahometi eya wanwa kora so ne say obenya MPs na omu justify omu defend it omu be defend ya justify the enti e was a basa ya go to their constituencies. Basic needs are omanfo hia kwan ebi ni ho but MPs at the parliament justify say ya say no adia Ghana ni ehia Ghana fo hia eni say be kuku sika be say $300 million say ya de office ba kwa Bank of Ghana. Meanwhile Bank of Ghana na esi hono no obi under obi no na e make profit. Bank of Ghana and tontos Bank of Ghana ema loans Bank of Ghana enye transaction bia was edi ekaba. But the same Bank of Ghana no aboka over 60 billion Ghana cedis e dey go Ghana for so. Ubisa ni aka banking clean up exercise. Ubisa ni aka Bank of Ghana no etimi twesika over 70 billion Ghana cedis. E dey support aban, e dey support aban be. Ni ya che na inflation e shoot to abunkam dey fatima for so. So sometimes no e school no an ni pa bia ye o madwe so mu be ko school no but common sense e fie nyansa ne dey on apply. Onim fie nyansa ne nim common sense but onu ne the family. Say Dr. Ernest Addison. Papa penimu ti so ni aye o tintunto TV ni remote ni ye chinchim wo. Na wo dey manipulative figures. Na wo dey ye ne awope. Na ordinary Ghanaian abre. Because time almost started so musi Bank of Ghana office we say no na that time no and na Ghana ye woos no ye economic crisis no start here every ba enti no ene no na say o sorry na say what is NPP for say na 8 years omu nimu nyansa pa but 8 years no mu jimi ana enwanwa because ade na enye e wona na ado aban mu no omo ka kire President Mahama say so so ba be reset dia ene na enye enti no en repeat bi sankrofo we ya e defend e justify de entia na wose na Akufo Addo memo ya fun sa omo no a ene no omo kache President Mahama say wo si ade ne nye na enye enti se wa ba change aba na so ba ya resetting dia ade obi ya enye no e me repeat ya ne amafufro na ekọ wanim omo justify e defend esanso ekyem say yenko yanim but under one kasa ban no mu say eye ne mafo no because of say no me beneficiaries Ghana for ebremu Ghana for ekomu Ghana for ewuo mu nipa ewuo no na wo mu nya sikenti no omu be defend ya justify because I don't get it say abna o say yasare o constituency enkofo hia niema na wo ye deputy finance minister na ene wo party wo opposition na wo defend na wo justify said den yes o mo spend this sika we ye to abama nipa omo wa adwen ya wo nyansa wo mu tirim anase ye to aba emedu pref ye friends edu free perfo omo mu ye greedy nipa omo ye greedy pese minkuminyafo they are selfish interest. And then one constituency, a Benya member of parliament, acts now 4 years, 8 years, 12 years, 16 years. Now what is so? Because the constituency one of them said be a Jimmy phone go and a 2 about the man. Because our member of parliament, 80 defended this actioner. Then Bank of Ghana, 81 million, a 121 million, a $260 million, and then security features, ICT, one NTS, $300 million, at your office back, who empin, Williams, one a biniho. And Futukwana Namusu, a uniquine papa, school die papa, unibi, or a parliament a defender. Why Jimmy Tina to Abamano? Ya, I call 4 years, I call 8 years, I call 12 years, I call 16 years. Where Jimmy? On Junior. Onjuro me da me to abasa o me to abama ba no me ya swing voter e swing kwa ha na swing aba ha na swing aba ha na kwa sa na me to aba o me to aba na me hunu se fa so bia nu so a metimi ko polling station kwa to aba metimi to presidential parliamentary cramento because me nim se me ma ba na me to no sa parliamentary candidate na onye hute no ono na be wini enti ne me na kora nto ense me kokurumuti na magara me come baby until say ye be realize hu se nipa ye yi wo mo present ye represent your parliament one mo no wo mo nkasa interest nti no ye be sesem wo sesem 4 years hey wo ba no dis mu na unpacking one ko omo state parliament one mo no omo ye defo ye sika fo pempem pa eno mo ho enne omo justify yenti 81 million ekwa ya kwadu 261 million ya akwa other features ya other de bende ya ye beboka bese ye friend say ye beboka bese $300 million ayana sa NPP for ebi kasa na wo mo ya wo bisa se enti 8 years no mo wo Ghana ha say question some actions bia na no mehu se President Mahama say foreign affairs land bia ye lutu bia no ye reversing it back if anko foreign if am foreign affairs but a MPP for ne di sa abone no a MPP for ene di sa abone no eni obi ane di bone no MPP for na Ghana ha police for obi ene obi frame catch me say ne brother oko police training 2016-2017 na ka 1 month na pass out na Akufo Addo be pam onya ne bra no e so nsa wiem wasai NPP for in 2017 e justify the entia e was enkofo ko training ne ye pam wo mo ko tena fie omu bo hu say yo mo de but ene e ye wrong e ye abomination e yo man na chi wade Kwame Mame, this video, Command the Sugar Factory. Na yanko ye ni makacha mse ne mi feel well. Obi ejisika e de ye adwapade. Obi enso ejisika na wo ma hye. Emfa no ho obepam MPP for be defended say eye but after 8 years no oma hunu se na ye nkwasasem no mu die nti san nkwasasem no mu die no enu kwan se President Mahama ebeye bi even though President Mahama time no omu fa due process so ukọ election na ulusu a onye recruitment ukọ election na se ulusu a onye recruitment ubetime your recruitment ni nyina from January project ya NDC ye e was central region ya sugar ye import ediba enye sugar ketwa onyansani enyankopon ache ni wisdom na ano economic dialogue yase papa ikrani dindi say o ka kire President Mahama say nyankopon wisdom odi amano no ene odi ba besesa Ghana hwe 8 years NPP for blame games saa no omobo ena na omo ye ma ayini si ho no ena ahwede be na ye be manufacture ena de ahwede nso 6 months farmers do ya ahwede no enteki 1 year 6 months na ye wie Katie Hammond be ye trade minister honorable Lanche Martin e free hon ma okoya Katie Hammond e be ye trade minister hwe asema wo kan ye ni sa date ni nie 1st August 2024 oko commander sugar factory ho commander sugar factory or say where omude be ma lease or say the government is set to lease Commander Sugar Development Company Limited to an Indian based firm West Africa Agro Limited for a renewable term of 15 to 20 years omude be ma lease 20 years adia yakwa akwaji loan ene ye dia ye President Mahama ekwaji loan to a previous NDC 35 million loan from Indian Export Import Bank. There's an Exim Bank no and omude SCS sa factory we say factory no esi ho no mo e wo Ghana ha say 8 years ya nyehwe anya hwio e ye loan o ya loan no so taxpayers e tua wo Ghana ha sa factory ya mi yi ye e de kire wi se abane yese obeya enka akuafo a ewo da commander area honom commander area honom no adwuma nkomo be ye wo area ho nyasem ketwa enkrofo awie school omo nko school adwuma nkomo be nya ye enyasem ketwa but because of say obi wa aban mu a na se ne political party eye niema enye o support ntino ade a ye state property ade a Ghana ni ebenya so mfaso no se onu akasa na ban kura no a obetimi asi ni pen aka kira ban ne se masa Ghana fo anto aban fa ma se be ekokoti be din se hunu kire ye onka unless se wa ko opposition se won ko opposition dia oni common sense woni tirim onko opposition dia common sense dia woni to nkwanta wa pai this wa ko opposition enu afrase na eniema na ban ne ye ya enye no wama timi aka adenti ene wose ye kodi bank eye sa ade we di si hono mo na politics ayeye wo Ghana ha senti no for 8 years adini si hono mo na ye ka say ena na omo ye na omo blame game enti de odi dru ye no oto aso ana ye dey dear President Mahama NDC aban edidu 2016 2017 amemwo ye nto aso enti woto aso ana ye dey ye nto aso because you beka say NDC aban na be ye and a factory ko mo ye mo wie kra no na ahwede kra ye de be ye na de de be ye it doesn't make sense nyanse nim eti Ghana ntimi nko na nimu da Ghana oman 68 years oman na jija bibia wo man nim but leadership bad leadership bad governance amemwo bone any empanimfo papa omutim wadwempa yenya wo mo emomo medi wo man nanim ntino oman na gija oman na sen adenti na wo se basa but ye benya obi awa ban na akasemu akasa justify the entia e was a Commander Sugar Factory 8 years ni no NPP aban eja ye di si ho na no ma mi ko ho no na me read this story no o se ebefa workers oh story way ebefa workers Commander Sugar Factory to create 7,500 jobs under 24-hour economy ebe create job o man ka send list no a enhyehyeye no a documentation na NPP abanya ye no mo ba betwa so e dia ma list wo dia ma list sesei enti o man ni dia nya bi enye o man ni nya bi enye o man ni nya bi a enye state owned enterprises nyina ye yeka adenti na wasa yeka o man ni nya bi enye enti so obi ena de ni private investor ena de ni sika ye ya obeja asade ne nsen na ne other companies no wo gi sika di free na bosumi so ontua ne workers sika na wo dre wo gi sika edikwa koye saade na na but say your mind dia ne de eno nye your priority eno no hia ye but 8 years in that wisdom common sense no mo anya bi maame no Elizabeth Ofosu Ejare ono so be trade minister wakọ ye no was under 24-hour economy no omo ba be revamp commander sugar factory ama enwuma over 7,500 o man from one mu na nya biaye na se ni pass be 7,500 enya adwuma ya aban na sumunju no ye boss bo ade na e wase ye hwe ne ye no ne ye boss bo ye be boss bo sa ye be jade agu so ye friese so ne di kowe so ne ye friese so ne di akowe so ne ye di kowe so ne emonto monto no mo sa because wisdom eni amamuonim 8 years na wisdom eni amamuonim wisdom nyansa pa ye di bu oman emoman develop no that wasn't their plan. Eno no nka wo ma dwen ho eno wo mo hyehyɛ ye ho sɛ ye ba be bu oman amoman akonanim da na emom ye ba be destroy wo man ekwan ye be fa so ye be create ye be loot ye be nya sika nko a eno ane agenda no eno ane plan no ekwan ye be fa so a ye be create ye be loot ye nkosi Bank of Ghana hey why the kwaye $81 million na sɛ ne ye be nya dia free mu hwɛ ne ye pagya mu a Sanki ya bo bank no ho ka if 126 million no krom de omo yen and na 130 million enka ada sika na aka no sika be se $160 million no e bie factories Ibrahim Traore where you sold $12 million and a year tomato factory Burkina Faso $12 million and what the year tomato factory koko hwe nyuma a create e wo Burkina Faso. And to say even $100 million krampo no and you see the baby enuma you be create job opportunities you be factories ya and can nyansa wisdom will be nya ye military leader cool leader enya ye no and ki yakoye nim but that wisdom that nyansa common sense no a ye di bu man develop no NPP aban 8 years no more lake na o mu need that wisdom ni bi. Because we had 2016 said the Ghana 4G boom ekoto aba edman na Akufo Addo Dr. Baumia any NPP aban sa wisdom a president Mohammed Nyabi 2012 to 2016 that wisdom ya akora na ye cool leader enya Burkina Faso no sa nyansa ni bi no ena nka na Akufo Addo ne Baumia nya edi bu wo man ya enka $20 billion entimi ma wo man Ghana coffers mu na ye nka se wo man no ye nya junk economy o man na say wisdom e di bu o man no na chese omo lake no omo ni bi na bi ni ho but ubenya ministers communicators MPs no omo defend it na omo justify na sometimes what you say enti sanko for yam kasa free omo to and omo kasa free omo anum and omo ti yesi omo konsui emu ne enti omo de kasa free esansa wotie member of parliament wotie minister of state wotie obi a aban no edisika ma na ode ye bibi na wohwe enkyeremu a wode eba abonte a obisa se enipa we enti ni ti yesi ni konsui ana ni ti no esise beneto eso na wo kasa de free e justify eniema we e justify sa de we yi anaban eye enka 8 years ni commander sugar factory Exim Bank loan e bana kwanke ye tue wie we ye no wa expand the project no na expansion na we expand the project ni de kɔ nanim na o man e kɔ nanim every 8 years akɔ waste kwa enti ya so mo ba na Ghana wo 60 years na ya kachira Ghana say de o man na duru no e be take 3 decades senye wisdom na president Muhammad bebu o man ya na enipa kachira o man Ghana say 8 years ni no President Akufo Addo ne Dr. Baumia de be o ma destroy Ghana na o ma sell wo man no e be take 3 decades 30 years and san wo man atimi asa so ye Ghana na so and then this same people this same person no ofiri se eye agimifo no di ye so onya sabi agimifo mo mu defending nti no na wo san so impose wo bi a one na destroy wo man ye be take 30 years and san ye atimi revive no wo impose nipa wo pe no e de na si ye so mra me di president kwa me my next video ne enko enra me see Facebook for na mu ni ha ti de me kan mo ante all the ministers mun kanya mo ho Yes, said dan TB. Oh, aside regional ministers are some na making. Other substantive ministers ne de a Greek minister me papa Rikopokunum. Kwabra minta kandonom. Ena we making. Me maame Elizabeth Ofosu ajare ono nso na anu mi hu se okọ factory bi a omo ye pad. Nina mu a wo mo ko bi ankanya no ho. Ele social media space ne ho no mo so. Entu ye minister reserve players bebregu chira a wo mo hwese reshuffle beba na abeko. No beba abehye ho. Wo ye minister you should say social media space no na ne wo ye bia no emra meto abontene ye nso ehunu ye nka but se wo de wo hyehye ntokrom na ne wo ye no mpese beba masa madam ada ho be kire won wo be ko reserve players bebregu chire homo a e wo se sa ministerial positions no omunya no wo mo doso e na asomo regional balance president Mahama Yade all the 16 regions oyi regional ministers ni wieye other ministries aka no make sure say Ashanti region benya bi Bunu East benya bi Upper East obianya bi oye minister na sa wo de wo kotetete wan kwana tetete wan kwana ntentanwa a me ka kira wo say wo hwe yi a first reshuffle beba no pan e be kan obianka bi ma you should space no na me betina na me kan ye de asi e wo Kumase honorable your friend say Agboja governance Kwame Agboja governance we na me ye onam tema motorway so ene wo kɔ no wo ba Ashanti regional minister Dr. Amuakohene minim so ya young man nti na wa gidigidi wo kɔ ne saa no o be president dachi speed ya wadi atiesi wa Ashanti region anu odin since say wo ban kran oba vetting oba swearing in ya wo koye no abrante ya no wantena si o wona 7 am no ogina bridge ebu agu 8 am no ogina ha anu abokwame Agboja government ehunu se enye nkran na woso wotena onemu wakokumase aba na de maka ne say amemu no Ghana say because of bad leadership because 8 years in the Ghana komu no we should just few months and date yes President Mahama near 2 months we should even say 2 months we should the President Mahama start any near person why ye any near was ja na we be say adenti and ya allow ye ho e ma Jack Toronto any Dr. Baumia 8 solid years equal waste meetings are ekoso and then when the ministers who say competent team ankasa and no mo ba competent when we are super we are incompetent dia wonje obe reshuffle be kan so we are kokwasa super incompetent adwuma of President Mahama memmu a said ye binum afra segidibutubutu no dia reshuffle be kan term 6 months acha 1 year reshuffle be kan because what means say laziness there the next 4 years ni ye hunu bi e wo Ghana ha because omanya was 30 years I recover from crisis obi 8 years amemo fun tantan looters akromfo abelutu oman no obi so the 4 years ebe ya ka kire Ghana for say obe fixe that's what the be ya say we are incompetent kakra bi show kakra bi a wonje o reshuffle be kan enti mun kanyam ho regional minister roads and highways minister ena wo mo akọ of bridge ni say 2018 and a bridge no essay sikani ho aye de beye sabra no maka no say 2018 no de na oye MP member of parliament eya Ezekiel ma no ye youth and sports minister ono aso na ye member of parliament e wo hono mo so ho and a bridge na da hono mo ana asaya edu sam pempenso we 8 years so 2018 Sa for 2024 6 solid years regional minister anko hoda Simon Semensa emfa no humpo wansi hoda roads and highways minister Amuakwata wanko hoda but ni enya sika puduo e de ye office e de ama Bank of Ghana won ha because omunim sa twema mpo no city ni yo omo ye bridge o omo anya bridge o ene say omo beto abama wo mo an so omo beto abade ama wo mo. But share 2 months obi abedi president. Minister Kwadwo minister say road no omu tum. Ehia urgent attention. Omu tum. Into omu tum wono and from Friday kwe omu close that road no. To omu close that road na the other router commuters ebetimi afaso drivers ni passengers no obi ebetimi afaso but we say no de omu ye 6 years and a road no starting your bridge no start years 2 months to President Muhammad 2 months na no be catch na me say me madam NDC women organizer na nim say ya santifo ya ka say do ayi the up de akobo kotoko no ye ni na bro do fu duapa eni ye pia no 2 months atwuma mponwafo enya resource this same bridge 2020 omo fa so koye campaign bridge 2020 ministers MPs efa so ekoda constituency ekokoye campaign constituency a omanfo to abadema presidential candidate to abadema parliamentary candidate common sense wisdom nyankopon farmer wa bisu benye wiase sika nyina oba be president but because of so we lack that wisdom the zeal commitment so we be bu oman mo man aye ni menshia south oh why kwa na MP wo so amempo o say chem oh majority leader the constituency I say omo ka say ye hia de mo ye no circle ni bi omo ka no honorable say chem nsabonsu constituency na odi so sa atena so sa no omo say ye hia de ye no circle ni bi asantema nso no mo ye de papa ma ye ya yenso ye because na the way aso am run about was tie no na ye ni say interchange omo kwa akoye wo ho no mo de ombe ye bibi ti say Dubai circle yi so ho bibi sa ana se pokwase amasaman enso utie de omanfo mo ho no e ka no a kire say o se your friend say architectural drawing ankasa omo de be kire wo mo de we mo ba be ye kwan no ene de say no mo hu no e quite opposite e different cra enti dear President Mahama ye was circle no dear President Mahama agi sika African Development Bank every 2 my ye pokwase amasama interchange no so am Mugabe ne manfo o say chairman sabonsu manfo say omu hia bi abato hu wonsunsanso say o tena se wo de o Ashanti region na de NPP twa wa furuma na wo de every 4 years bia no wo be make sure say NPP ni ena ye o member of parliament ya ena Kwame Nkrumah say ke kwan no mu benya bi nso be chepa under sugar factory na fe my main topic
commander sugar factory sensem ho de ya na krofo ka ho asem sa na maboto na mewura ho yie because Akufo Addo aban ebo Ghana fo abro asebe ye hunu bi da Ghana bakosemo and they say Commander Sugar Factory, the motive behind the establishment of the factory is a baby nyuma. Now the other kind, the na Ghana frontier saying na say Commander Factory no enye sebia the Kwame Nkrumah de buy no na yeko to aso. Baby ana Kwame Nkrumah factory esi no. Ni baby this current Commander Sugar Factory esi no was in the same place. Different places altogether. To President Mahama shall from the scratch and what they Odyssey ho. Somewhere around June there about 2016. Yeah, test run. I heard said almost a canon
sugar cane. I heard
a produce
June 2016.
Yes, somewhere around, you know, when we were leaving office.
Okay.
Emma white sugar. I Ghana for Eddie Juan dance. Almost all the media houses in Ghana. Echo chichaya. I mean, a daffy so be a bit me alcohol a heavy. And obviously now just a bibia atona kwemwa was in factory gidi chassis
because I start ya run a test here.
Yeah, you run a test.
Produce sugar ni dia na
bibia okay, dia na aka loan John Dramani Mahama buying a from the Indian bank, which is $24.5 million dollars. What's a movie BBL? There was an Akufo Addo buying and say Obedin share so Akwaji Bosiano 1 year tree because no one interested say Obetwa Ama Commander Sugar Factory no Akoswo. And ye until the American say factory Bekoswa. What ye I say dear Cassia and I'm a trade minister Elizabeth Ofosu-Adjare. What the master no? Say factory bet me a Juma said yes say na a fata. Said ye beya a bet me I realizing our dream of creating job to this 7,500 youth in Commander and the entire people in this country. Nanipa bakwa ye bet me a jino ho a kwantre all the time. Amana ben minister no amano council ni de kikareka ho yewra Chatman Vani Amwa. Now oye former secretary to the board of the Commander Sugar Factory. No sense who board member. Okay. I mean, Commander me on one media no no. Okay. The face of this whole Commander Sugar Factory. I will be beer or pension mubia fa Commander Sugar Factory mono. This was the fa Chatman it's a master minister say I mean Kebeya Kwameno. Now you see this country can actually work. It can work successfully with that Chatman and the idea that whole. So when investigation commander, even the people, the indigenous and commander in them say, Obianu wa dim one cotton in this whole factory way, the kika no Obianu wa onim the know-hows in this factory establishment I mean a chain, Chatman. Temesre where you the Sadiakas here and I'm the 2 minister and him. Temesre say Aben for factory the idea, I mean obviously ebe juma. Now omo didi sika ewo factory hono nyasem gutwo. And I'm sika mo di ho de was say they say Aben oral reports no me na me pesa me share reports na me kan say ye wo menya din bia na e fa nkrofo a mo didi ewo nyasem gutwo say omo ye share that say omo bo man no. They didn't have any plan about this factory. No more factory. More promises some of the background. No, partially our grounds to buy. Omaka say buy a basis factories are factories are from the scratch. And I'm no say factories back ground bonua or masi. Four factories, individual factories or masi and omodi diako to so or be crampo soft drink company kakra with 2 acres the kura. Normally 1D 1F akoboso pine. Say this is one of the achievements. And Ghana for they say they will see economy about Oma Akufo Addo wasting on my Ghana 8 good years. 8 good years. Barrels ankre besemi en sakwana erisie fiso ba. Na kasaprekro ka mo say one of the achievements. Kasapreku menu aba. Na say to bin kokura am say 1D 1F. Yes am go for who asiri. To bin kokura am say 1D 1F. This government is the most incompetent and clueless government I have never seen in the history of this country. They know. Okasano okay say Oma waste emre 8 good years. Menu aba. And emre no say waste na Oma waste crampo no. And no crampo ye de just say Omo adiya koyechi back to 100 years. Apart from so Oma waste emre 8 years no. Omo diya koyechi Akufo Addo ntimi mfa ne nsa emmo ne bosa oba ye we ni na waye obisa mo bia is a free SHS and your achievement. Now free SHS come dey say education sector no. And then cry mo produce omo and cry into men kenkan and cry into men twere obisa cry ya no dey fa ha no dey nama no dey basa aden. Money me dey Akufo Addo no Dr. Bawumia. Many about and I'm a hopa. What can some mamma to me trema? I'm out as a milk by a bottle. Got the crap on Wakano. I'm a GDM so say I still phone so better the affidavit better all the time. No much here, no creno.
That's Ibrahim. No credit your moods here. Lawyer. Also Raho. Raho said,
I mean, since ended and I started the more dream, you may be on there. And I'm sure 68 years. Yes, there are gains that we can talk about, but there are fundamental issues. And I'm a moko class 1, class 2, class 3. Now started there, especially classes, make social studies 5, 6. Now what kind of Ghana our economy is heavily dependent on import. We studied about the Gadgetsburg economy at that level. All these years. Yenya money paying for Becca Chende, we are under the Gadgetsburg economy. But what are the practical steps that you take to deal with some of these situations? Bank of Ghana, America, furniture and $11.5 million. Besides 11.5 furniture, or ye Ghana furniture na will use another or crab.
A see tomato factory will cream. You
understand?
Emma Burkina for.
We are going to import. We are going to import until we end up always enriching other people's country and living our own. Here you're planting for food and jobs, yet we were importing rice for school feeding program. Sebi nyanse wo moyi. Here you're planting for food and jobs. Now I call import mackerel, whatever. You cry rice. Rice in boy, yes, spy to cry, yes, Sunday just to give it to the kids. It's no for soon and yanso money. Yes, you want to turn the economy from taxation to production, from the Gadgetsburg economy. Look at what we are doing. We are still importing. At the same time, we are running a school feeding program. So there are either practical steps no they taking. Either you take those steps. And today, you know, kasa. Me, I'm just hoping the national dialogue, economic dialogue, will not be one of those things. Because Ghana, we seem to be experts when it comes to talking, but when it comes to implementation, we still lack the temerity to do it. Because unfortunately, most of the people who have to support it, will fund the political activities, we are scared to deal with them head on. Because most of the people who are important are the ones who sponsor political activities of the various political parties. Into bande, yankade debia na yetwetwe hu. Na ma edum pempendua on money. When we are celebrating Independence Day, we should be counting our gains.
You're counting your losses, so. every year, be assessment, you're counting your losses.
Look, when we are talking about the State of the Nation address, let's say State of the Nation, even there we are not able to say a lot of what we have achieved. In today, it's either yakakakra of the challenges. Na ya start ya kanda yepede.
But yes, I don't know. Say, citizen, time will be a best start to say ye about your gains when you are gaining piano. Near IMF for us. 10 be a Becca Sani, ya record economic growth, GDP by this, by that piano. Na IMF for conditionalities, no policies, ni be a or Masha Shama in ye this row. But as and when a brought 4 pound no Masha be free as ye piano, not a losses.
Until not today, independence. Because the economic independence that we so needed, we have not gotten it. Yenya dam famudina dabia yepede yezinu eyijen yenya it's royal. I'm happy the President Mahama we decided the grand celebration no afi yetwetwa do
faso bi ani so
because oyesikase hun oyesikase kwa wadenka dam dey nka yetsena ho na yesu with National Day of Mourning. Because we are still running this country without any KPIs. You see, we are appointing people to see as CEOs for entities. You are appointing one. But we are not giving them key performance indicators. There, Masa. This is the situation we are going to meet. Omano yim, yenyim, yawa say. But within 2 years, this is what we are giving to you as your target. If you are not able to achieve it, Masa, where do money not war? We need to start changing the narrative. You have to mean the same things and we expect different results. CEOs here are appointed. Unfortunately, even MMDCs, they are applying. But CEOs, they are not applying. We are appointing them left, right, center. Sometimes somebody feels they deserve though there is a sense of entitlement.
Because wabuane party.
Yes. Me, I don't have a problem now when you appoint party people because first, party people be brave when you expertise. But in that NDC my expertise or woman NPP my PPP my GCP expertise or telemun or so. But within even the NDC, some of the CEOs are they the best in those areas? The ones who have the experts in those particular areas are what one out one another. We need to start looking at some of these things critically. Because you see, at the end of the day, one more to a ban. So you need people, not just people who are there who will be feeding them. No, that's not only what they want. They want people who will perform that will affect their pockets. Because in them was go be asa. One penny they be over now today, but we best ruska. But sabri ye juma obo to one bomb wants walk to come where the that's what they want. So we need a change. Leadership change in the Yansaka. I can now ye change where there's a son. Yeah, use impany use no there's a son. Until my pain to our point to the cats na wa na answer so to ben wa. In the end, the book good name is a good part in your mass. So individually, people need to change and take their offices that they've given them serious. So be nyima, 1.2 years was our show. So consult. When you consult behind the scenes and you to be a renew, obi aboro would consult obi. But at the end of the day, results may end the year.
Deliver
results. May I but why may you today you could jina ochina 68 years. Now you're my account of Bank of Ghana. I said your office no. Oyana no channel ko debi. Ejuma Bank of Ghana no. It doesn't pay itself. The office doesn't pay itself until the trouble gas. Trouble gas and it can pay itself. And how they run the Bank of Ghana aground. We know how it was run. And it's kind of wocha. At least maybe I'm happy we have a leader who says that he's not interested in going. Okay, straight chair Bank of Ghana governor there. You should be rest assured. I think that assurance is good. Now let's start walking the talk. Kasani yake oye. Yen shas de ye na sisifum. Yen shas de ye take the initiatives obebo mo man afone tampefra. Yen shas de we are punishing those who have taken this country 30-40 years backwards. Because nana madam punishment in one bar. On yes and wo biara mo biara obebe mo biara do musumin kwatsena wona musumin ye biara ochina wonyam hwe. Because obi ye na nkasa no why then am my brother the NPP. Into the punishment for those who have run this country aground in the and I'm a bomb there. We should take it serious.
Only say lawyer say ebia ya bia be kan yama president Mahama mre manimre and some year ne governor yakokan figure ya obubuin de abeka ho a eye fufura ye separate contract o mo ma ye furniture 11 million and de be kra ayi ICT ne CCT no we 15 million no me ada electronics no na abeka ho yate a me kai say president Togo Tinubu friends in Nigeria oba ya after nesuring a week pe na Central Bank Nigeria omo governor ye man so almost inflation akwa do 21% e bin see the decades omo hu bi da time ya chi akwa na ye de na 54% almost naira no depreciate to certain percentage so enti ye no mu bi no ya ne hu sa NDC fo asemo de yakoma edi agro because ye nya governor etimi twesika within a year more than there's a 42 billion yeah wo hwe pe the constitutional mandate no
exactly the Financial Responsibility Act
yes
I mean, whatever that was done was reckless.
Yes.
And we watch on.
And then on that's what your best friend was your best friend, your baby, see your best friend by a delay. At the end, you see a quiet office complex, there may BOG. PPA tender echo 81 million. You review 221 million. Akwa could do 260 million. Governor, that's what then if you say, you're trying your best friend. Divine, my member also. You're trying your best friend.
Yes, rule of law.
Your best friend is
so you knew that rule of law. So when you were telling us in opposition about some of the acts and of way taken, what was your basis? So what are you using with that information that you have? What are you using with it?
And the whole place.
And if it's rule of law, call them and invite them and ask them questions, and use that to determine a prima facie against them. So what are we saying? Anyway,
Divine.
Yo, me that's it. I mean, chair tea for national phobia. Unim. Sometimes when I da sorry anopa, na ye pepi a be share crying. Eya inyaya na nka ye beti news bia ebe ma yakoma to ye yem. Na ye hu say ene de Ghana ye de. But every time we be some now beti no akwa eti say nsem a emu ye yorem. Na akweti se nsemo a wankasa odadwe nwa ubisa se Ghana no se bio a bit baby different na so omo de omo hu ne different thing na say it will not make sense to you that she okay say yet your mem has say and we were complaining about forex everything exchange volatility, okay. And then the fluctuation, and then to the extent that government issued a fiat through the information ministry directorate. So kaya by say from henceforth no one obia and hoard dollars almost also the buy a crampoma some of a Akufo running forest bureaus are now other regions near other places no omo arresti omo no more operating new owners ni bi and almost also say from henceforth to crown ma obia and transacting business in dollar terms bio so okay
yeah
yes so you can imagine say sa institution nankasa na ede sa instruction ne by directive ne by no onu ankasa no wabuso in the first place. Now unim dienti a shocking me say mo be engage the services of contractors and confirm no be adwuma e ban saying and moji quotation no in dollars mo present them quotation no in dollar terms to say yeah charge mo dollars say na me kira be bia asem ni na afi unim be ni na afi okay it's all because say some the basi disimu a sika na be yehu
ye body
a ebe ye huhu it is all be observe wa bibia eye krono bi under this government bia no omo quoting in dollar terms so relatively you might think so sika na enye sika bia sika we de enye sika bia edoso na so sika na body nchire wa enye sika keto a na ma me and say enye say me follow parliamentary proceedings listen asem ne ko no a some of the information one no na me said that all this while I thought say sana Ghana kaya ball nyina ne sa $264 million ne pew. Sana outstanding issues ne nsam bebre ewe chiri. Hwe me bay na unim say yes I spend $264 million. Na me pese me convert into cedis. Na me hu din ni bonti me Google me ka che Google so mbo ma me. Because na figures na do so do. Unim say a year 3 billion 960 million. Tio sika dasu we chire. Dia dasu we chire no. Yes surplus no. Eno na ye 960 million no.
And that's almost 4 billion. 4 billion Ghana cedis.
And ye the yes our structure no. Now ni ma dia yure mo mu say structure na nkasa no. I'm a project manager by profession. So understand some of these things. Okay. Imagine say o person unji quotation from ABR prospective contractors and as more fear here first and foremost, you must have a design. You must show a design. Say, this is the sketcher. Okay, from the design stage, nyama we na bekomu. Nya evaluation. No be abe estimating the keka ho. Eba ne saying na wo kwaji approval for a structure. Who ni design ye. Tio, design bia nka ho. Ya ma wo design. The year ya ne say appraisal cost. And a PPA approval ye. Initially, omo approval $81 million. Then as omo kono na omo say landmark no land size no esesa kakra. Percentage wise the crowd they do 50%, but most also increasing for more than 80%. Tio, so you ask yourself, say who will design ye? A band is saying, and na wo to sa cost no edikodu some pepe so. Say no dan China nama. Adeba kubio mo esanso ye yuremu wo mu no say. At every point bia no Bank of Ghana chere say mo ho no ma na design contractors for na ba say is carrying here bia ka ho. Obi ani wonu mu a or checking audit a or ye event say value for money ni e ba ni aba GB inti no increase here from 81 and they call 121 na just say at every point bia no aban no mu hiom sika na person mo nyom niam no maba so mo ba beji sika ni
the name of
building Bank of Ghana
new office for Bank of
Ghana. Na unim in all of this no na ya dreampo ye say e bi mpa eno ani de o ma ye ano because who say ye ba beto aba no mu no and another we call no commission ye. So in our minds no they say it was operational, so we were going to use that space. So everybody in their minds no news say oh ade no ye wie ade no san ye wie ye unim say eka e da chire eka e da chire e ye $38.1 million eno ne outstanding no. Na sa osan so komu bi wa ade ba kokora ya wo mu kura so ne say unim say the finishing and the finishing of the property no eno nka construction no na mama ma breakdown no na hwe netie almost say furniture alone almost be Bank of Ghana ne building no $11 million. $11 million no adan nipa hen. So I followed up. I asked somebody, say, "Sir, budget does it include all the other regional outlets?" No. Sana just this place. And I me other guy be operating furniture company. Ebisa na bisa say 11 million on the value of in terms. Or say I can say you 11 million. Say the craft furniture in terms of the now some tables. Not even crown the top standard no crown. Or say it means that say, Parliament House or on ground honor the whole Parliament including building no crown to me and Karini Amano. Meanwhile, no, you said they award the contract again. I'm say the building event is saying installation of ICT costs and qua 8.6 million CDs. And when you check the ICT component, what's it? Oh, dollars. $8.6 million. What him say when they define the ICT way now, component, then they break it down to say CCTV camera and any other security features need to separate to a home almost spending $15.8 million. And then nobody like installation security then na omudi ya obi hu bi da e bro so a bibi sronku bi enu ntino omuba no look say and unim say omo trivialize the dollar the mentioning the nomenclature dollar no omo man look to say enye phi yo
enye sika bia
me to kwan experience aminya aye no hwe unim say obroni £100 €100 kra no wo de kire no it is as if say wo de bibia ye mbodinda e na de a kire no because enye sika ye no mama omo this man is a ya bobo no normal as if say ye sika ya trivializing na ye man na look at say sika simple bi no e ya big deal sika kese yen sada ye sayem na de bia e kosresre sika ni enam abonten ni e pachew na yes yo ye ho kire ye yo ye hia grant o ye hia aid o now we make it look like dollar na nya bibia bola gusu bi into be hwe na ebobodin yes yo ye African Games sika edi fidi athletes yes yo $50 million by ni abonus
ah na was your bubon in dollars.
Ask again who dey be sabi
in dollars.
And I may say the agenda is just to make it look like a normal go born $50 million
na
bebre
entini abon in dollars.
Ya boy in dollars na just say ya simplify next assembly na you see adia ya was anama wo nyina no say ye mpanyifo no mo da dwen ho a like na ye den you ask yourself say nti omo ndwen ho kakrampo and then Osha Parliament the back and forth to this assembly call no on one hand no there is a camp there's a faction on my say omo defend Bank of Ghana no say omo ho kwan so omo spend this can no na taxpayers money o Ghana fu yesika ye explanation me supervise project bi na kase ni ndu way but I can tell you say to spend $264 million on something like this year, it doesn't make sense at all. It is neither here nor there. Ohini ya okane brofi or see refi neither boiling or roasting or this thing. Or see we don't like it boiling, roasting or frying. She the immediate corner majority for say omun koshushimu feather no mun better and feather and better particulars if I'm braying. No mun justification for sa sikana and pimpim no mass spending no ne kwan so no. Now I think that heads must begin to roll now. See, and found baby and panity. Say heads because the preaching.
But Divan, where now no you see a Sky Train. Board chairman na already approve $2 million. You invite him. $2 million you. Professor me kumfi. Yantiana NI before inviting no. Board chairman na or approve sika from $81 million. Emma you could drew $261 million. Why? Governor now on the preside yes say from 81 million no the omo koye we no ma beji bid okwa hefa $2 million e invite am ya kumfi e invite some sector minister railways minister Jogata adenti na board chairman and other Bank of Ghana no sika from $81 million and then nya fe na ye benya document e kire sa we say evidence way back in opposition mo ye hu protest enti board chairman what ho ye dey
share and said they be make say value for money na I can sa dey we are a C or BOG no enye no nko a sa fly over port no the omo na Akufo Addo omo ye beto abe commission and so na the budget no less than 80 million. It was around 76 million, yet omo je wie nam 700 million. Omo ye no sa e ho no ne nkwa na nam 700 million omo consult obia omo na obia ndi nkomo owura kan ofrata nkwa atumi trane dem no we decide no am approval okubisa na say contingency whatever and all of these things no otwi nwa mimigidi say obi mbuwa no be treat you sir. And the NPP at the time, I think said, Oman Feni Dia Magana for Oman Bugana for, and I mean, him say, no, my Jum say, opposition, no, Omun Kobi Dana, so who be Dana. Because so you'll be out drink that chehu, now nim de that when nim need debate to me as ya. Meaning says some of these decisions will be taken in a way a be affecting Ghana for, unim say, and there, Minamini, Papa B. A. Din Komo. Ministries for no but names one follow the na course of parliament into me board din chire and say Bank of Ghana for some spend $15.8 million CCTV cameras on papa na catch me say mo de mo no mo de sa makam de bia na mo twa ndegum na no source here na catch say one say shock you I say it's not possible NPP ni o or say it is not possible say that's how we spend. And I'm catching say and you could see you spend the why now spend this we had all the constitution Osama bin Laden now where mu and I saw the constitution in Hefa. You I don't get it. And you know me share adena e koso se ano politics so, and I think say majority for the NDC for a board game will be.
Majority for the NPP for an
NDC. Say majority no parliamentary. I'm talking about the executive and the party as an NDC. No.
Okay.
Omo bend the NPP for game be. Now ni mama omo event say Osama Ediani. Once Osama Ediani de be si wanimu a udia ubewu. When din so a ubewu. Once o ma set trap bi amomo a. One assembly eka, one can be a cat also. We say we defend so I would defend boni expose you. So once a parliament one no yeah can't say no, and in all fairness and objective way, you know, it's so clear say assembly has in the you have to come and defend. Who be defending so you look bad. So when people for no mujina on now once you be some, what is your interest in it? Did you award the contract? Okay, who be unimu wasem and I will defend no unimu. All because you're a party inti and mitio be or gift your warrior now abano you be defending omo deputy communication Kamal or so you be defending any appointee bia. Well if those at the top will defend, let them go. But me the be shocking me say be o grassroots ni a ho kire wo chain me ameti hey I want benefit wunim ho hwehwe mimi nim nkrofo some of the appointees obi to say give to worry almost omo bone pono support back say omo enya. Meanwhile no, this is somebody I look at the amount of money now in all of this accusation. I think say they are targeting low hanging fruits because obi to say for NSA National Service Authority honum say the way ya places so much focus on gift your worry alone one kasano, I find it a bit fishy and problematic because I don't see why I say about only gift your worry because reports now muka say yeah investigating is from 2017 to 2024. Oshe in that trajectory no, where is Nanabi in this? No na mo na yama ne press conference. Honorable Yusuf Mustafa Yusuf, and yes, sir. Our Hifa again, maintain say the substantive director no of National Service Authority no. Yaboni D. And I be to say gifty because let's also put on record say see deputy CEOs no. Omo mandate to now baby edu threshold or levels be on moment to me call. Some of the signatures in your manama or no moment to me. And signing it is our directors no more and na ICT for no because I do without ICT collaboration no omo we and na sasika we unim say BOG if say bank for no so collaborate here you can't go and withdraw the money because it's in the names of individuals. Some banks no operatives no more banks one more money omo collaborate here omo fa sasika no omo so omo we. And I think say omo bubodi or gift your worry. It's just to I think that omo bokakre but there are other accomplices. Omo kakanwa ese so omo nyina no emra no chi omo ene omo be deal with them. It's the same thing with this events a BOG asemia omo hwe but adeba kono say I'll cut the majority and even parliament to some slack say Omo can be say unsena they were looking for information BOG for no any Ministry of Finance for concili information no no pese ebeba abonten until this is the first time I hear some of the things until no mo de omo see value for money audit no mo kwakwa any investigation no omo koye mra na yenyina yehu assembly de wo mu gani
okay
na de nyina di aso ate bi die ye nyina nim say ankoyie akochew na ye nyina no ye alarmed as Ghanaians say the NPP abanja o man Ghana na say a crime scene and I wonder how they feel offended so ka say omo manage economy no like criminals obi anom say oba offended say oba describing him in those offensive terms, but the truth is that o share the koidia it means clearly say o man no managing as criminals. I say nkophobia o ma ba say ye be wiamo ye be bomapo ye be sisimo ye timi ma mo nkabi ne aye yade ne ye pa ne aba be sen ye de ko now be say won say senka ye wan kasa your private company or private business via na ka oba operate sir. And the sad thing about it is Bank of Ghana, the way I hype in a man like Kesina, no moon generative scabia. Once in a minia, that's the kind. Omun generative funds, Omu Yashio, and run some dear, Omu dear, Sikano, no moody. Now, such an entity, Mutimi Mano, that free will, Nano, Mutimi expendisca in the way on one pekeke.
Because your governor and a board run on a sire director.
And that's the structure.
On one governor, no.
They be on a board chairman.
Me say or your board chair, yes.
That's the structure.
On your board ni nyina so sa chairman. And na all you soon just say no autonomy powers e dey ye ne awopɛ. Mohammed memra wo so BOG nsɛmra na e be Ghana for one wa say your friend is say BOG papa nkwano the same program. And they start this thing. E be call court 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years sa kwa ba dan keteso. Na wan kwa dance wem.
Menu aba wo de meda wase. Dedi kan mamfa atiefo maminda atiefo ni ahwefo nyina aseso magibre na ewie follow program yi. Amesanso ncha NDC fo nyina omoto santene eye campaign ahodo ma NDC etimiwe ni abai boom yebeda o mase. I think the issue no there min nuanom mienu yi adelve in the matters dada Oma church and semu yama atiefo ni ahwefo nyina atete enyoma biase. Na de was say me ma Ghana fo nyina eti ase ne say de enti a Ghana fo ekoto santene eto abama His Excellency John Dramani Mahama sebi eya koye se yenya hunu yenti bi ho abakosem da e wo man Ghana no nyina no was because of how Ghana fo dodo na hunu kwaya Akufo Addo ni ofori atane ni NPP for elutu the coffers of the states. Omonim said ye na omusi ewia yen because obviously na kamia koye se na nyoba ebre kwaso ankrofo ni mo. And so you know koye se we are so tired to the extent because Akufo Addo no ka sembia nya dia otie you no beka aye final. Enti nyadia no oti obia ena no more from o mind zika ewia sika no edino nyafo enti nyadia menu aba every single person wa bo maya po wa di o man sika ye de ne ho beche no ebi ka se 4 years die mo betimi dia ye dey 4 years no edema bebre ena ye betimi dia ye die di kan baby a ebeye problematic amayens ne se nsem no be court na Supreme Court atimi edi ni unanimous decision akọ manta nyoma delay case. Enti me speaking as a member of the National Communication team many me pass Supreme Court ho no ye eagle eyes ewo ho e was here timi ehwehwem investigation about some of the judges and their true intentions because Akufo Addo dey him say a Supreme Court ho dey wa pack NPP sympathizers ene wo ho maybe sembe ko bia tia NPP ni bia no ma ko tena so unanimous decision no ma clear ni pakro Akufo Addo clear na appointees na Supreme Court so claim for Supreme Court te President Mahama ka so no obey make sure say obe balance court no obi bia wo de enye on no interest ene wo na se wo de o pesa kumenkumenya wo political party ena wo dwene ho ankrofo disika ye di omoko gina mbrani a obeye fa kululu not what me amane pakro fa ne ho adedie enya de a ye behwe ho enti some can say we are seriously working on that because governor say obedamo so be physical ya bo so be dayo ni nyina upon all the investigation ye wie ni nyina Supreme Court ho na eko High Court ho na eko Appeal Court ho na eko to was here to make sure say ye be cleaning up all these courts You be clean be bia ma judge ni bia wo de why you say Akufo Addo the file as judge ntino wo de obe koswa ye communicator in the Supreme Court and the High Court in defense of the NPP there. Now dia ye be peneso. Because you were chrome her and your name say some of the judges crampo a contestee on the ticket of the New Patriotic Party. I recorded that whole. Obviously, you don't go and pick the person to serve as a judge. Tihono, that is the first step. Because all right, you cry report you cry the buy now. So these are some of the cases. And Crawford be Bramadi dream yeah, or my sikabo, my po. They are listed also. See, I can say yet they call Sakwa. Now you antimian to Tunioma, our Supreme Court, our High Court. I mean, Yabapim.
Over telling the
the Ben Lusoma Ghana for us. When I must Mudam or Amode Bahedi saying, and some in can say we are actually working on the ground to ensure say court to honor no you best sanitize baby. Yeah, we are. Na Afe Yaba, the former governor of the Bank of Ghana. Sa papa idea only just say said ye Akufo Addo ye clueless no. Sa papa no so tie. And until Akufo Addo ekofa ne buy said ye be ya odo no be ye kululu no ma bo oman no apple and they succeeded in getting that. Wa Akufo Addo ye to abama as president of the Republic of Ghana. O free so buffers reserves account to be the jar on my Ghana was just $64,000. So o convert here, that's about 990,631.68 and ultimately jar on my Ghana. But your members of parliament, to 2 foot through Ghana for any, say or more free so no, se come with the jar on my Ghana, reserve buffers, 15 billion Ghana cedis. Sasikado mama betray, baby. Sikado wono or mama try unless you show us where you know this money is. But you ya ba be mo ya hwe en krata mo ya hwe ni omamu ya say omuti oma ya pasa oma from sikano na dia ho kire na abeto Ghana for so and then mabuna e wo krom ha nya adwuma nye enya asem ketwa enya in their thousands, their hundreds of thousands. Omo nash omo teeth in pain because a juma bia no wa omo de omeye. Fisa Akufo Addo ba nya de obo bia. Ti hono memeka say every single appointee bia nya Bank of Ghana governor nko. I mean, the Bank of Ghana governor is just a tip of the iceberg. And we just say, but then I say what they I mean, figures are bobo there. And we is figures na kasia pa no edit the ministers for I mean look at the Cecilia Dapa case.
Yeah, Bank of Ghana dear 4 billion, scale close to 4 billion Ghana.
Me say I know it's just a tip of the iceberg.
Monketwa. I can see as so say be pie.
Me say oral reports no. I mean by virtue matimia domoso kwa hunu nyoma kakra. Some ya me disambiti bi ma ame okujota blakwa. Me submit be man e ma na hwehwe nyoma mo. I mean nkrofo ya oma hwie Ghana pasa
honorable okujota blakwa.
Yekọ radio so yekọ TV so yekọ kasa. Ghana for the one anim say omo the report e fire so a betimi akọ team no ho. Me no work say me nya be 20 reports.
20 reports.
20 reports from concerned citizens in this country, ordinary Ghanaian citizens. And I may hwehwe mo hwehwe nkrata me hwe na de mu adru pa na adanse ye wo ho no na e be 10 and I may forward them 5 e ma Samuel okujota blakwa. Okay. And no can report na e ko no me mpesa me ka ho nsem bebre because report no e ma abonten but me de mensas me boso say ministers are omudimu na say omo Akufo Addo aban mo mienu no monsem mo ebombon report him ye de ho report by. Okay. So sankrofo nyina ye ba chichi omo nyina agum se nwa ye ba chichi omo se de ntia Ghana fo eto abama ako president Mahama. Oh ye ba he me se ye ba chichi omo se nkokọ na se edru ho a mesre Ghana fo just say bia we political witch hunting and a political witch hunting na president Mahama onto no bona president Mahama onye say emebuna wie suku amunya adwuma nye enya sam ketu o President Akufo Addo buy yeah some de bro for akasi rich not advice for the agire no so the dia be waso economic with it e me nya gide wan krofo so mo ba o mo be turn Ghana magana yes Dubai unemployment rate beton say 8.4% mo ko na the number 15% mo factors ahodo amoso mo be ba no ekosi say enonti si antimi atwetwe krofo ya so a Ghana for here, omo compound no crampo se ombakoto santene in any election year krakoto ama president bia. Because the entire omo to Abama President John Dramani Mahama nyina was because of the looting, the corruption, ketashe shedrim die project kan kaya krofoi abo majise omo fun omayesika. Na kene for that die, be dem bone koko. Onwe yi. So I na so ma Ghana. Na obedi adanko dada do mo extended date no my lawyer for blah 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 no ye nyoma na say special prosecutor assign body day the day ekoto list na so assign wanted da ye bre twetwe de ba Ghana hanoma ye bet shane say sabi Ghana for enyamoa ye bet shane say ultimate take the ordinary Ghanaian citizen for granted. You bet Shane said Ghana, oh my Ghana, no, and no check or check my dear, and now Akufo Addo na busia for dear. I then a material poor my sir. A man crow for so and crow for taxes some more, no more risk canon nyafo. A whole government, more free so come with the G on my Ghana, grant then $200,000. My the coffers of the state, passa. Addison, the only pole on pole and so on, hodie, obehunu ho. Yadi kakadada because you some there coswa all printers a kako for the commander now. Oh, I said print when we print other Akufo Addo na kasa yet se kaso. Sekano or chrome high or chrome ha yet se kaso. I know my command na others are printed. I'm a more printing seka just say print ya my inflation just say must say economy no passa must say economy no bo my
okay
Timasre
ye na fo anu si mami
the American nyina na say the Bank of Ghana governor no we are going to do everything possible to ensure, say, we have value for money. The value for money auditor, no, it will actually go on. Now, say, prima facie evidence case biana, so I'm making sure, say, so. Serve as deterrent to other people in this country. Now, give to your already. On the say, I mean, I feel your mark in a castle. Oh, yeah, sure, bra, baby, uncle. So, I na bra, baby, uncle. So, don't worry, baby, uncle. So, no, a fruit play, no, a busy on my Ghana. Yeah, National Intelligence Investigation Bureau. And they are going to invite this woman. Now, yeah, the entire many of American will say, I mean, what about the others? I mean, the director, the IT people, and all those stuff. Yes, I mean, they all have to be invited and all that. But for the investigation, and the main fish, the main target, give to your worry.
Why?
Oh,
why here?
Now, on the investigation was, I mean, Manasseh Azuri won investigation, or no, not the main targets. And to say you invite some of the neighbors investigate
the main target because munchire mumagana fu hu de ntia na gift your worry the main target.
See as one was saying the signatories. Yes, okay. Not the signature. Also, she appended her signature as to why the director didn't do that, but she did that and all that. You know, also coaching Emma NIP. And see, on one side of body. So
the finance department, you know, yeah, what NSS, not just say gift you are worrying and net damn.
I think so. I should think so because she was the only one who was mentioned by the investigation conducted by the Fourth Estate, headed by Manasseh Azuri. Okay. Said, or sanction these payments for all these years. Sanction, yeah. Oman bought direct anything. So it will be fair say the lead suspect no ono or say they your friend or yet to no. But of course the IT people, I mean the other, you know, the director, they all will be investigated
because the same company we
yes
your CEO
yes
yeah done your operations manager
yes
and your work accountant our debut
yes
and then ono na authorize it like to say or signing a as a mantason you bet you car you baby bia or the final way say you're signing the signature I'll prove it say yentia
yes
but
so,
say a free baby a free shrine
I think probably she was empowered to authorize the
because
payment.
me kwama say ni football club no kwa players ni na aduma e fo nyina technical team ni ade nyina akwa no no omugu ayi NSS
hey pama me na na waje dis ah baby obekọ bia na ya man fan so
ni football club no chese
players you full soldiers na NPP full soldiers omo de on vie omo NPP full soldiers no omo call so ni ho no pampa omo
we have a long way to go.
I mean so she's the main suspect
okay
see NI before friend na fi obobodin say director ka ho site ka ho we ka ho why ka ho then we call all of them and investigate them omo esafata so was e de omo kotum no nsabamo no ni apeja omo gidigidi e de omo akotum say the be ya e be serve as deterrent to the overwhelming majority of others who will be occupying same position.
Okay, me da say ye beto aso lawyer unim ye me bisa we na mato aso de akọ agenda 111 na me ka bibi say finance minister kra no this NSS scandal you know omo ya we
why wouldn't they be aware?
Oh, yes. Chief of staff Remo Opari or Yahweh.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Why not? Okay. Because Sabi consolidated funding the would you cheer the so you can't say that you are not aware of these things. You see, I'm amazing that me problem. My biggest problem
sorry.
In a way, we back there no one Yahweh. Because Ebia, these are the names I'm by the issue payment. They don't do any other verification. But there is verification that's supposed to be done at NSS.
Yeah, digitalization, yeah, Juma Dr. Bamia digitalization.
Me even confirm say baby I will posting one hour. Until every day na work. In a month no ebi I mean find there they go for let's say 3 weeks instead of the 4 weeks. But they make sure there month na ba boss one work. Now I report from their supervisor. But I sign it. Now what I call for authorization. It is if you go through all these things, how possible they be more one second one? And you know the one man walk the man did boom power and kawakutia. If you walk your verification, what they don't get their pay. But in some you see, you live in a country, they be America, we were paying ghosts and owing the living.
It's serious.
You because
they were making their money and taking all those things. So now November, Akemu, October, Akemu, December, Akemu, you are no more side. No, they were sorted.
Is this kind of crab? I'm going to treasure bill.
For sending the money delay for
about 3 months.
No, when
you're but I say anti ghost names no says can be on ma yentuani nyina am see bia 2 ma yentua in trenches ghost name 81,000 bon say scan buy no say oh scan buy na yetua 100,000 ka enti no omo maka ne beje na tese omo di kan a divert scan to omo ghost names no
yeah
and some form there would do me no e di kan ji omo de na atiase phone mo kokko sie some phone we would do me no eti na ekomo de wo Charlie.
It's sad, Nanama is sad. And I think it's a whole cartel.
Are you serious?
Honestly, me problem one day. You can't be saying this and then Gifty will come and say there. If you know no investigation body is even asking for her, will be invited. And I agree with him there. You can't just also narrow everything about Gifty. Whether you say it's an authorization or whatever, by now, who does investigation of this sort targeting only one person?
Deputy.
There, say, then you will get the rest. Manana Murunwa. Oh, we should get serious. Rama, we should get serious in this country. Adibi or what? Yeah, man, your phone, I am either scratch my back, let me scratch your back. I enjoy. Are you telling me that National Service Authority ghost names issues in? Fourth estate cry why one investigation why one hwehwem for that one why any if people are being paid from the consolidated fund through bank accounts, you have the Bank of Ghana working with all these banks. Within a click, you can find those who are really ghosts and those who are living.
Oh, but Felix Kwacho for to release or the buy, no, your muti arrears name a payment or say after head count. Omukroma state for tested was a statement anymore. Or say head count or ye, we ready wa ha.
Intina make a day.
So you realize 81,000 mu detected you know from friends for tested.
Exactly.
But head count or ye no mu ye say or ye 98,000 na 98,000 you can so and na ghost names egusu 81,000.
Nanama inti said the mass me working. Aka to be. Now within even President Mahama Kran saying Kabi, they were authorized there. Those who born them ghost names issues should be dealt with or arrested. Okay, 48 hours are back. Nobody has been invited.
Gifty crash, gifty name na musu webjane na ba. And I want bounce. Yes, one who could in a room.
Nobody.
One may the camera says, "Sin so say moon chama will be who say my ba." But and run the gift in about my dear chamber do some what kind NDC for no more bab or no babacon.
Up to the moment,
What do NDC for no babacon? President Mamma D. Sen or Ben would say, but anybody in Ghana Hano. More year than they would need her. And I was said taking 1 week and Sunday invited gifts.
Oh, that's a serious
question. If the Momo can you true say he's the key suspect. Say or says he be a key suspect. You see if Mustafa the parliament in Tebia Jano, a better take process you say well based on Abia. So no key suspect. Key suspect now. So nemu president a boni one kayan one boni D. Say be a Jano, waba and ra. Ama airport and wama the cameras estin sweet channel say waba. Timuhiana mon friend. About 5 p.m. Ono cross will be and run some boni D NDC for the D damano and a more bona move post to present where you faintino. I dear chum social media platforms no. Just no one is more money trend this but to be invited say unique key suspect our NSS scandal be answer questions.
No.
Unim say
that's sad.
Say scandal say cause we na no. Ade bi wo no mo a yen fa adwen ko no mo. You realize say Yenina who say Bonia Koso, but you see, say the SWA government and appointees in Crefo Munina deny. But Bonina Koso, so I ask myself, say, Yenina him say Bonia Koso, I need someone and why a D. So who say, and you Yenina say ghost names Ebemu, Yenim say, you're overpaying Crefo, Yenim says Kebiakwa, and those people are denying, yet you all admit that there was some kind of wrongdoing be somewhere. It's when the D Sabon and I to be fishes a particular person out. And what NDC people should know is I've said it, and I'm going to repeat myself and say, opportunity where Omenya are gonna find us in this manner, no, they shouldn't take it for granted.
No,
it's true. You're right.
See, if they mess up, no matter you want to say, oh, scratch my back, scratch my anus. Now you wait, I to say, now you know there is something you can say we are all the same, we are all brothers. See, we didn't vote for you to become relatives, and I said to become buddies. We don't want that kind of cronyism and sir. Oh, this one in Tubasha today, even Parliament NDC and all of a sudden we are not enemies. See, we are not what we don't. It's not like we want you to become enemies or friends. Let the right things be done for the people. Yepesi who said the entire Obama who say go after the witches. Hurting the nation. Go after the criminals.
There's nothing wrong with witch hunting.
Yes, there's nothing wrong.
If they are witches, they have to be hunted.
It annoys me anytime they want to make it look like we are one people, we are all brothers, we are all the same. See, we are not the same. We are in this country. Sometimes when they make us say uno bi ya dia hwese na nanamo ne suban tene hwese onya wo de body be chewa no fan chew in the NPP aban na twetwa look at their records we be say boni bia new government bia NPP aban na kire sa boni se ne edi no dem mills buy or shedeja MCs for more than 6 months no more function even some of the state CEOs need agencies no or ye na je so form ho ne san kan mo so be kaya Obotan scandal in 2007 or 2008. Obotan scandal between Ken Ofori-Atta and Senate. It was a big deal. Like it almost collapsed. You're very saying data bank. Ken Ofori-Atta kobu nkotoje. And I remember Atamils enim eno ko ka chen say osreno and nipa onu Mills ka say or Ghana ni business yes safeguarding name protecting Ghana for interest somebody who benefited from the magnanimity of even saying Mills no onu buy no new opportunity na ka say o kai bi trim sa look at the bonia odidi in Crofo
seriously.
See, Akufo buy and you know setting fast track high court quickly. And no buy no ochichi oxygen. I shall okokokro no abetama bonebo no dey di wachi near jailu. And you no buy no omu be catch there say Akufo abokro no and we were okay. If you are saying the same thing now, this dilly-dally up and down game, we are brothers, you are the same people, then you come and smile. We don't like your smiles. We don't like your fidgeting and see, we didn't even vote for Muhammad to become a father for anybody. He is not a father for all. We don't like that father for all mantra. No? See, if it is good you have to do for Ghanaians. That's why I voted for you.
My brother, what I can assure you is that I mean, this particular Muhammad.
Masa, assurance. Assurance na Ghana for you.
Listen, action never cost.
When the party was in opposition,
yes.
But the Ghana for expert action.
And I make sure say action no
beyond
the assurance.
So
about 2 months cramping you. No, but look at what he has started doing.
Okofaka. Obia board President Mahama Basunia was starting away.
Yes.
And no two ways about Obia board President Mahama Basu. And then me banana dream bibia say share Ghana 16 region aside regional ministers other substantive ministers yes say but what chese region bia benye other ministerial appointment what cheni na kama any dey work me but dey work fresh ya wo no because yenya 120 ministers kwa there some regions kwa na ministers no kwa aside regional minister omo anya bi any niam a wo ye hwekumase afari ye be bie by September we ye ni nyina batwe masa Ghana for hunu abonefo samo akoso.
True.
Ghana for here assurance. Ghana for here action.
And I make sure say action na Ghana for here no. E was say a correct baby and sana sa action aye den eye juma. Makacho say our court system no is politically tainted.
Calling someone for investigation no enu no ehia ayi. Chief Justice.
Yeah, personally, I'm very disappointed.
Yes,
because my many dear, see Ghana na play na was like an NIV for Swano.
Yeah, fun no cranson with
like pampan do I was
suspect.
Yes, I wasn't happy because I'm in say no intelligence. I'm going and say my many land Ghana say it came. Yeah, the wrong Sebastian and Saudi at the investigation. A whole here crab was did the better man. They did not sa action no na was a coswo. But when I say Ghana for are becoming the same no. Ghana for and that Ghana for a name or more in the past no. The people of Ghana are becoming discerning. You can't play with the minds of the ordinary Ghanaian citizen these days. And so the endorsements no more the no. Because of some of these things, NPP for a chassis yes. So the menu are bear my air cane near Casa be our brothers, not new mayor cost not just say yes, son your master sana. Ghana for on bet shape be Caribbean the next election. It's him himself, President Muhammad or no, why not doing so? No, you know here. Just here, President Muhammad, you know here. I mean, 4 years no, he wants to leave a legacy. Timestre say Obibia wa appointing no. We a minister, Attorney General. I mean special person Obia Mwano. No more my form sikei. Yen Timian form mon family kwan so. And I be na mo invitation in tentem. Mama men and I'm ho and run me general lawyer. Member of Parliament from Manchester South. Was say I mean omonya invitation bia antino nya dia omnyobeko bebia. Why are you delaying?
Na you inviting na okwai.
Na inviting na okwai.
Oh nipa no we inviting na oni bebia ko.
What's inviting now? If I don't go.
And you know the sad
it's so sad.
What is going to also happen is that people will not take the NDC serious. Share Maslock, and the NDC CEO, we jailing.
Tamaklo.
Nowhere to be found, right? Now, give to say you spoke about me, Maba.
Imagine.
I'm
You
a
spoke
Maba.
about me, oh. What can me once a Maba? How Tio, we ain't
Maba.
Yan Bonnie and I say any review.
What have you done?
Also, young come exactly. Exhibition. And on the TikTok.
So they will not take you serious.
And those involved, no. What's here a Fort Estate, Suleiman Brahima interviews or grantia. Before election now, a year documentary, Kobunko to get power much. The information. Come they back out before the
because of the election. Say they be election.
Omunim say omundi boni.
Somebody boni.
Omundi say omundi boni. Ombe pa onka say yenye.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Omu court nyina akwaje injunction amode to ade ne say omu they won't even allow them so go ahead to do whatever they want.
And I think that some of the NDC should also stop misbehaving because of their misbehavior war recordings. So sometimes they tell them there, Chalemusumo ya the end of body baba.
Oh really?
I'm telling you.
Yes.
I'm telling you. And those, because of some of those things, Medi.
Micro minority for no cramp on Mokramo, who am a buffo. I find a market and I don't pray. Somebody say, Parliament, honor, don't say Mama Casawa hole. Yeah, just micro.
Now, by the majority, you should be blamed. With your numbers, you can't deal with this.
Okay, listen,
this minority, we're a mighty minority.
Almost say our parliament.
What's it? They can't meet you up.
Yes, 88. Say Mumu give you one that's a vacuum, no space need to operate here. Now with the numbers here, who do parliament here? Majority for ye go. As our independent MPs for a come home. Now a friend of Marcus, men cast on who you were buffy. My opposition, a human one more yen. Because a choir of us will lose you, and the only way out, Ghana for better can say on bed distracted. Yes, a day.
Okay.
They are doing their work as minority of opposition minority group in parliament, but it's up to the majority of more parliament to say with the numbers they have in parliament, no, utilizing, making good use of that number.
I am giving the benefit of doubt. Be the entire majority for no I am Rekakra is because of some person almost setting up a government with issues because our appointment committee holding that for that. Maybe I just want to give the benefit of doubt. But after everything, say a vetted, deputy ministerial for the near Bibia na Bibia Asia. I don't expect what I'm seeing to see what I'm seeing currently in parliament. Because I find no man can take advantage on it and not done pray to take the leniency of the majority because of say a person a timmy setting up a government and person be because we pay tini tolerate or more and they are taking advantage of that, describing themselves as mighty minority. And to see a we be na se be a koye near setting up a government. Na say ye mobi yet me yet son your mabiso or parliament to ho na ayariga kakrebi or say apologize de kika ho. And now dear bepenio. One way ye mo be parliament or ako kind of crash romo. Because ye man crofo ye mon pegana ye di o my show monsa 8 good years I want me and bob repia busia kasia and no more but edi nyafo yentimi mo take the nation for granted.
Enti na Ghana for am opportunity. Fortunately for NDC, mo wo bibia mo wo tumi a de wo se mudi ye bia mo de beye de na Ghana for kwahwe kwan ne say ye nya minority group kwa parliament. Enti no minority group ni yenya enso no NDC betimi aye bibia wo mu pebia with that them.
But I know what I know.
They make us say ayempe kasa tenteni assurances.
Yes, but what I know, they said the Makano is from a very deep source, from sources of some of the members of parliament. Or more problem, Yana say they just want to tolerate them. Say they be John Dramani Mahama best setting the government. Say they be a vet and they be cost don't be setting your man. But we are. That is where we are going to show them where the power lies. Afenyo markings now 2 hour be my sem so your mighty minority no you can who ye and another prayer. You bet chiro parliament ho be ketekete amomo. Parliament kakrake.
My brother. Okay.
Yes.
Who make it case so spicy kasatin we on top of. And you see me I always adeba ko me pabla e ka kire me dey say so person who no be to anamo na hu do obetumi ayewa hwe na namo. And oko so example or sister oko circle station na wo kote say ye pai takrade na wo tia transportation chalo refer wie na car ni tu no ni chire tema na onamafla wo kwan so how to say asem it's the same thing. See me and Ra, what I was expecting is say hwe ma me ka sam chiro me tie me call power da me nye me government appointee da, but I know say utu kwan figure na ase nkwa na se obefa approved routes na se wo so oba Ghana, there is no way I obetwa mu as security ni se ehia wa ye nchewo ye di udinya kwa hwe. I didn't know in 2015 I forgot
in the flight about 4
me see me line ni mu mesi o metu kwaba me do airport no a eni yi me feel line ni mu me feel line ni mu for narcotics whatever and what they did to me and no kodan change. Subsequently I traveled again, I was coming near me feel line immigration officer lady no me sin chen obisa me say train. So when yeah, no, I saw clearance from one of the bosses, and I'm stretching my neck. I wanted to be sure, say, what is wrong with me, my name, not knowing, you know. You see, red list, you see, I hear something to my name.
So who was them?
And then someone said, like, the matter to PEP, politically exposed person on the flight. Hey. And yes, so really? Yes, so since then when I called and I said, what is my fault? Oh, you me feel no more share no more see you clear oko.
Yeah, Ben, no.
2015, I'm talking about 2019, yeah, so it happens. So I'm just saying, say, just to buttress the point, say, give to your baby. If so a red alert person or not say, and I'm the only one who say, hey, urgent. See, you people are giving us the impression, say, hey, urgent. That's what Baba do. Mumbisa no, you don't go fear. Some person go fear, no go fear. Mojano, so quiet then.
None lawyer say kasa. Ebi na beat ya no me onu or the press release ba na Mustafa any your friends or says be aka bomu e the release aba na bi so enam e wo Ghana ye
abufo mo say o mo kasa be ma sem say the enti say so I'm disappointed. I'm seriously
okay.
First of Ghana medical center way all way. They told us there's not ready. It won't be and I'm trying.
But never be also your set.
Yet one word dear where sisters and bound us is operational.
Yeah, commission.
You see the inconsistency, and they be a make the NPP and Kasangasa Obia all on the dropper of inconsistency in Wahao. The dropper no or the one who was system in one quay. They are still being very inconsistent even in opposition. Because all the time, blogs, na munye, na fine quay. Mube blogs are more abandoning. Or he be crack at the Mumbo and almost Akufo Addo say you are going to dare me. If you think you can do it, why go press can for go boy. And that day, Maurice, the finance minister by force, I don't make sure don't make provision for completion of the agenda 111. Hey. Inconsistency. Omana mo bay, musimo ya one district one factory. Muja commander sugar factory ho. One district one factory more ye. Yet imode. And there you think that everything should be centered around agenda 111. No way we are can do a project. Where is the money? And I mean, and Adam also they had money, and there was a dedicated funding for it. Onga come in here, also the oil proceeds. I think sometimes you see, I really do not get it. I don't get it. That there is dedicated funding for Agenda 111. And I'm Odu baby no. The reason they were giving us for Agenda 111 when we are in there. Wonya asasi. Wonya asasi. This is the same project I watched 18 months. 18 months. They will be done. These are the same projects that has a figure the way Auto Papa do. 18 months. Yet, I think it was 2021 they launched it, huh? I had 2021 bia.
Agenda 111.
Yes. I think it was 2021. No, okay, within 18 months, yet when you were leaving power, you couldn't even finish one. Ekomi crying into my yet. But it's the answer I became. Anyway, I mean, we've seen it all. Projects are who our commission, even the so-called flyover your wife, right? There are still ongoing works there.
Mr. Bank of Ghana, yes, won't me or my own say. Madame, we was in, I say, Ama. Just say, Yanya Sumpo, you might, course, you get the ornament, but your commission. Yeah,
there's been a governor.
Oh, no, obey them now 3 o'clock complete crowd or buy across one commission. And in the end, on one young to one, commission, dear hair, the Yabos crowd commission. Divine my wife.
Sad.
On any dear cry, you cry, pillars crowd commission.
Na wana sem minya dazini omakasa oni adeba kwa masanso mira hobi oni say so far you are spending $400 million ewo agenda 111 na unze na ebo dollar din no o trivialize no.
I think sorry Makati my information kakra kan.
Okay,
there is supposed to be 102 district hospitals, 7 regional hospitals and 2 specialized hospitals.
Okay. Grow from there no
So if even it's supposed to be a district hospital, I mean this is what they are describing as a district hospital. It's not a health center.
Health center.
One say 400 million almost still must spend so far on it. When you say any Bank of Ghana pay nine. Agenda 111 now and we see so far the hospitals no TFN say 100 and 111 maybe so 100 hospitals in our various stages of completion. When you say can they see down back up or Accra has said. So imagine Sikaya Senke was that Bank of Ghana we number of hospitals are in Quebec to me see Abema Ghana for a Huatom Wahasi. Imagine. Inti what says sika umbia obi say dollar na yenim wo US na no bia na ebobodi no na say another type of dollar because you trivialize sika no na yamana so cheap say dollar as if say dollar na nyehwe me de meka e wo sergeant na 11 original ho say ye hwe kwan be fa so a aban dada no a aban foforo wa bai projects are we nyina no obeto ato ade nyina so mo be start bi foforo bia de we ye make sure say be wie na Ghana fo enya so mfa so enfa ho ne de o shase any baby o madu but let's call a spade and say it as it is say o ma wie ma mo be hu dede na ade no ma mo say operational ye ka say be operational it goes beyond just structure keke brick and mortar. Human beings, human resource can home. Even the resource no be finishing in Yamaniama and to make it work and if I say the purpose in there is see no onya ho fast one and nti and yes will be operational. Now patrol me kakra na aka me pese meka ayi Ghana assist 817.
Okay.
Na matwe fi politics ho kakra.
Okay.
Na say nyina enim say yeka say Ghana this 8 years say Ghana enipa nkwa pension 8 years ago. It by this time the kokra bomu a no so we expect say o man okọ ne kokra bomu by this time no hu ne niama ye e mote niama ase. Media de mekan nyina ne say sieka Ghana nyina no a ejina me no yenso eno bia dwumadi e wo Ghana ha say bia nso ehu hiama Ghana man hwe emfa ho say o ye journalist obi ye kayaye obi ton aduane o traffic mu obi de fa woni de obi aye o man mu ase obi a odwuma hu hia enti no be kaya time a o mampanyin dada na Akufo Addo declared lockdown during the COVID season no obi hu say na o man ni mai din wa okites kakra na o pese on koto bibi kra onya baby abeto no and say o hu the value of human beings and any person fa so enti no me gidi say as a country no ye do baby a yenyina no we should brighten our corner baby bia space bia dia mo bibia say onye ho adwuma no onye ne yi once aba betten hanu mo a ye ka about leadership the executive power, parliamentary ni judiciary ye kan nyina abomwa nipa enema oman no ye oman na mekam niama ba ko mienu bi hwe onum say ye kasa nyina so ye bi sai ho say as citizens no then na ye so ye de ama oman Ghana because onum say enema bebre a trickle down to the level to see no me obia care about oman no koso nobody cares really say 10 echo then echo enti be hu obi no complaining amanyofo politicians for mo bokro no mo yesi de meka ne say obehwe obi o fitani odo ka akwa no na obu pata onim say 1 cedi no oje 5 cedi en say yakura no say na abowoka fitani obehwe Messi ni obekono si ohia $100 e de cast concrete obekono so na bia 20 no bokro no
ka fitani ho last year dear boss na eye noise okacha mi say oye say oba o say oye remodeling o di 8,000 no mi say dear boss na kasa no ye 10,000 many ba me ho so no na maboka 11,000 na dear boss no wa condemn no e wo say me ko to car ni free ho e ko ba bi fro ko to dear boss fufu
eso ye wi ane ye complaini ni ye ka say o man nye hwe say obi ni aduane obayusu tomatoes papa ho sam niama ho tse no de anu aduane no akoyusu rotten dia pro Mr. Memra sunti ye ne fo na osigana fo embram bedi